Hi guys, welcome to Techogenius Academy. We are de-industry-led training providers for those who wants to build their career in data science, analysis, IoT, device driver, embedded Linux and many more. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.
Hello everyone, this is Vidit Mathur and today we'll continue our discussion on Elastic Stack. In previous classes, we discussed about Elastic Overview where we discussed about different, you can say, tools which are part of Elk Stack or Elastic Stack. We discussed and covered different roles and features which are being provided by each of these tools, Elasticsearch, Logstash and Kibana. Today we'll discuss further more on this overview part, but today we'll be covering Elastic product landscape, like what all different products are there which are being provided by Elastic Stack. Second is orchestration, how you can deploy it, what all are different ways of orchestrating your Elastic environment. Third is we'll discuss a bit more on its landscape part itself, a bit detailed one, which are provided, or you can say which are being introduced as a separate entity. It's not provided or introduced as a part of Elk Stack itself. These are separate entity which can be utilized. Apart from that, we'll cover search engine mechanism, like what's the search engine mechanism and how a search is being performed for within an Elasticsearch. Apart from that, in the last, we'll be ending with practices, like what all different best practices are there which should be kept in our mind while deploying an Elk Stack. So let's start with Elastic product landscape, what all different products are there which are being provided by Elastic Stack and how it can be utilized. First is Elastic's enterprise search. Now these enterprise search, as the name suggests, enterprise, these are made available for different enterprises and these are deployed as a separate entity. These are not part of Elk Stack itself. All of these are provided as a separate entity for different use cases. As the name suggests, there are three types of enterprise search: app search, site search, workplace search. We'll discuss a bit more on this part in upcoming slides. So that's the reason I'm not touch basing all of these here right now. Next comes Elastic Observability. Now, under Elastic Observability, there are four main parts: APM, logs, matrices, uptime. APM, Application Performance Monitor; logs, matrices, uptime. As the name suggests, APM, Application Performance Monitor, it basically monitors your application's behavior itself. Like you have an application, you deployed your application, how's your application running, what all different aspects of an application are there which need to be monitored. So all of these can be monitored through APM. Now, I'll discuss few more things about all of this, like what are APM and what all beats are there that has to be used over there. But before that, let me complete these three. So first is APM, second is log. Whatever logs are there, be it for your certain applications or at infrastructure level, all those logs can be pushed to Elasticsearch and for further analytics purpose. Third is matrices. There are different matrices that you want to monitor for your infrastructure, be it CPU, memory, disk space, input, output, read, write, and other monitors there which can be monitored through this matrices. And fourth is uptime. As the name suggests, uptime means like basically for monitoring availability of certain services, certain processes that can be done via uptime. So all of these are covered under all of these four: APM, logs, matrices, uptime. All of these are basically used and for observing your entire infrastructure and your overall entire application. That's the reason it is named as observability, and Elasticsearch has placed this under Elastic Observability. Now, important thing that I want to highlight it over here, what all different beats are there that are being used for under each of these observability modules. For APM, there are beats which is specifically named as APM beats itself that need to be deployed. How it's further deployed? It is basically divided into two parts. First is you have to install APM server. Once you install APM server, then you have to install APM agents on all those application servers. So once you deploy these application servers, once you deploy your application servers, you have to place APM agents on those servers to send these APM related data to APM server. Once these are received at APM server end, these will be sent to our Elastic cluster. Second is log. Now for logs, beats that comes up into picture, first and foremost, which is commonly used, file beat. Next is function beat. Purpose of function beat is basically targeting CloudWatch logs, Kinesis log, and SQS logs. These are the three main logs that are being handled by and pushed by function beat. Apart from that, audit beat is another you can say beat that is being utilized, where it sends all the data which are related to audit D module that runs on your Linux machine. Apart from that, fourth source of logs is Logstash. You can push logs via Logstash itself, where you can transform your raw data into some meaningful data, and then you push it to Elasticsearch. So these are different beats and Logstash that sends data for log gathering. Third is matrices. Matrices, as the name suggests, it's used for collecting different matrices of your infrastructure. Beat that is being used is metric beat. Metric beat is the name of beat that is being utilized for sending these data to Elastic cluster. Fourth is uptime. Uptime, as the name suggests, it's used for monitoring availability. Availability could be of any HTML page, of any URL, or any services, any process. So all of these are being covered using this heartbeat. Now, apart from that, next topic that is next you can say product that is being provided by Elasticsearch is under Elastic Security Module. Elastic Security Module is a module where all these news security related details are being provided. Now in current environment, information security is becoming a very serious concern, and more focus is coming upon these information security modules. And still in market, you won't find too many solutions that is providing a clear-cut you can say picture for all these information security aspects. And so here our Elastic Security is getting divided into two parts: endpoint security and SIEM. SIEM is Security Incident Event Management. This is part of ELK module itself. Like it's one of the module which is made available once you deploy your ELK stack. SIEM, basically data source for these SIEM are FileBeat and AuditBeat. There could be multiple source, but I have used FileBeat and AuditBeat plus FunctionBeat as well. So these three beats are there which I have used right now for this SIEM. And SIEM, as the name suggests, like Security Incident Event Management, it gathers multiple logs, like logs from audit D, which generates on the server, sys logs. It works on auth logs. It works on like at kernel level, whatever logs are there, which is being pushed by being generated by audit D module of a Linux server that is being sent to for SIEM analytics. So there are different source of data which is being pushed and being utilized for SIEM. Endpoint security. Now, endpoint security is basically, it's a very big time add-on for this particular Elastic product landscape. Why? Because previously there was a company named Endpoint which was working on these security modules. Now, last year or last to last year, Elastic acquired this endpoint security organization, and now they have introduced endpoint security as a module of Elastic Security itself. This is not available once you deploy Elasticsearch. It is available as a separate entity itself. It's similar to app search, site search, workplace search. Endpoint security is available as a separate entity. Now here, Elastic ELK stack, we already discussed about it, like what does it actually means and what's the purpose of each of these. Next is SaaS. These are basically the way of deployment, where you want to utilize your Elasticsearch, where you want to handle your Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch environment is available as Elastic Cloud, and it is provided as software as a service, that is SaaS. Here, Elasticsearch, once you log in, I'll show it to you as well. We have cloud.elastic.co. Once you go to this page, you can sign up for creating a separate ID, and you can further log into it. By default, once you log into it, you are eligible for a start free trial of 15 days, post which if you want to continue, it becomes chargeable for all the services. This is provided as a software as a service. Okay, now here, as the name suggests, as it is being provided by software as a service, there are not too many things that you can play around with. Like suppose, okay, I want to deploy my Elasticsearch. It will ask you all those options, like what all modules are there which you want to use. Do you want to use Elastic machine learning module? Do you want to utilize APMs? So accordingly, the options that you select, it will deploy that entire cluster for you. And be it upgradation or whatever, it is entirely being managed by this Elastic Cloud itself. Like whatever upgradations are there are upgradation wizards that are available, and in the backend, once you select it, all these will be upgraded. So different features are there under this particular SaaS module of Elastic Cloud. Like backup is one such module. Backup is all automated for it, so you don't have to worry about that. Apart from that, on orchestration point of view, there is two environment. One is ECE. It is Elastic Cloud Enterprise, and second is Elastic Cloud Kubernetes. Now, ECK, as the name suggests, is Elasticsearch operator for Kubernetes. You can deploy your Elastic Stack on Kubernetes platform. Second one is like ECE. It's again Elastic Cloud. It's similar to Elastic Cloud, which is being provided as a SaaS, but here you can play around more on the configuration part. You can play around and test and try many more things. You can configure more, like more configurations options are available while you deploy it. Apart from that, there are these features which are currently being part of Elastic product landscape, and on daily basis I have seen like these features are getting increased gradually. Like there are multiple more features which are being introduced by Elasticsearch. So as and when new versions are getting launched for these Elasticsearch, new features are getting added again and again. If this list is quite long, here I've just mentioned few of them. One is log management, as the name suggests, log management. Second is dashboards, which are being provided, beats, which are part of Elastic product landscape. XPack. Now with XPack, it has a bit history. In older versions before 6.0, these XPack need to be installed as a separate entity. Like you have to install XPack as a separate, you can say, integration steps. But now XPack is part of Elastic Stack itself. You don't have to install XPack as a separate module itself. There are plugins which are available as per your requirement. Like there are many plugins. If you want to play around like certain plugins, be it plugin for Hadoop, be it plugin for certain more cloud environment, there are too many plugins that are available as per your need and requirement. You can utilize this machine learning module. Now with freeware of Elk Stack, few of machine learning module are available. As I'm again repeating my statement, as per current, if you want to utilize your Elasticsearch freeware, you don't want to put any license under basic, you want to only use your basic license, free of machine learning mechanism is available. Not entirely machine learning module is available. Graph analytics is one such factor where Elastic is improving day by day. Lens, Canvas, all of these are basically a way of analyzing those logs. Business analytics, again a part of analysis of logs. Elastic Map, Elasticsearch SQL, and Hadoop. These are different modules that are being provided. Map is used to utilize, like suppose if you have any data with latitude and longitude available, you want to map it as a particular, you can say you want to utilize it and put it across a map, then this Elastic Map can be utilized over there. So basically all of these are features that is being covered under Elastic product as of now. And as I said, it's growing tremendously and it's improving tremendously day by day. Now here I didn't touch base this Elastic Enterprise Search. I'll be covering it now. Elastic Enterprise Search. Now, all of these are available as a separate entity. Like it's not that you deploy your Elastic Stack and Elastic App Search and Elasticsearch Search and Workplace is available to you. No, these have their own purpose and these are their own needs where you can utilize it. Let's go one by one. Elastic App Search. What are the features of Elastic App Search? Effortless indexing. You can deploy it in any platform. You can push any data. You can search anywhere. First of all, a clear overview picture for Elastic App Search. It is being utilized for and you can say analyzing your application itself. Suppose I have an application and I want to search for that application, like how many queries are being getting hit on that particular app. I want to search certain more operational activities that is running on those applications. So there Elastic App Search comes into picture. It provides all the data, a clear-cut image for your application and how it's being used, how it's being utilized, and entire overall usage for your application. Powerful search. Relevant models are available for these powerful search like typo tolerance, stemming, which will give you real-life search results. Search analytics, it showcases scope of improvement and need goals. Like if it observe like, okay, my app is there, I want to know, I'm interested in knowing what all scope are there where I can improve my app. So it helps in analyzing that as well. Use cases, search through any data from any application using any interface. Any application, whatever application is there, it can be utilized for searching data for any of these applications. Domain, where it's primarily being used, it's websites, portals, mobile app, geo search, customer support. I'll give you a short example of customer support, like how it can be utilized. Suppose you are your mobile network is facing some issue. You called customer support. Then once you call your customer support, they should have certain data related to your own, you can say mobile connection. Like before resolving your query, before going into this, they are interested in knowing like from where this call came, what is the location for geolocation for this particular mobile number, and what is the data connection and availability of towers around your location. So if all these data is available with your within your applications, then it can be utilized for customer support. This is that particular, you can say, snap from app support module. Now here it is the search engine which is being provided provided by Elastic App Search. Here you can see different dashboards are available. Overview, total queries that are hitting on your application, what's the overall trend, what are recent API calls that are being going on your application, analytics, query testers, documents. There are different modules that are being available. Now if you want to utilize app search, you can use it. You can use it like if you search for app search, you can perform a free trial. Here it's available under elastic.co app-search. So here you can deploy your app search and you can further test it out. Second is site search. Site search, as the name suggests, it's more related to your website itself. Like you can say a knowledge base or certain publications, certain e-commerce, you can say that you can design based upon this Elastic Site Search. It gives you all the details regarding that particular websites. I'll show you its better use cases for any well-trafficked website. Now there are multiple shopping sites. There are multiple shopping sites that are available. It's one of the e-commerce sites which I'm talking about. So once you deploy Elastic Site Search for your any e-commerce website, it can help you in designating like, okay, what exactly your customers are looking for, what exactly your visitors are like, what exact pages are there, which visitors and customers are hitting on daily basis, like more searches happening on those particular websites. So this is the where elastic site search comes into picture. As the name suggests, like what's the use for it? It is helping in site search, e-commerce, knowledge-based publications. So all these are the domains over which site search can be utilized. Again, if you want to test it out on Elastic Site Search, you can go to elastic.co hyphen site search enterprise search. So once you go over there, you can further perform a free trial for it, and you can further test its behavior and can deploy it for any particular application or website of yours. Third one is workplace search. Workplace search is basically, as the name is suggesting, workplace, your own workplace. Now, suppose I have my own team. I have 3 or 4 teams which you can say collaborating on day in day out. Or suppose we want to utilize or create certain document base. So what can be done for it? So here, suppose we are dumping up all our necessary SOPs, documentations, and all these to a particular web page. Now you want to search for those particular web pages or certain documents, then this workplace search comes up into picture. It's you can say simply providing you a console where console and interface which will help you in searching relevant documents. It's easy to use, as the name suggests. It's quite easy to use. Search how you want, whatever you want to search, you can search it. You want to search it, and based upon you can say type of document, you can do that. If you want to search for different, you can say use cases like updated after a month, before a month, updated yesterday. So based upon that, date modified. So all this it can be used. What are the main domains that covers up? R&D, engineering, marketing, sales. So all those, basically it's one such module of enterprise, Elastic Enterprise, which can be used anywhere, like within my organization for any purpose. Marketing, I want to dump all my marketing related document at a single place. I want to search for it. I can do that. R&D for day in day out research and development purpose. Engineering, sales, I want to mention all these, dump all my sales related document at a single place. I want to make it searchable so that any other person within my organization can search it. I can use this module. I'll show its interface. Here, it's Elastic Workspace module. Again, you want whatever you want to search, you can search it. All these options are available accordingly. Those documents will appear over here. So it's simple. We always come across such interfaces in one or the other way, and one or the other service providers, be it Microsoft SharePoint and or any other. There are multiple search related tasks which are being provided by different vendors. This is one such which is provided by Elasticsearch. Workspace, again, if you want to play around, you can go to the website elastic.co workplace search. Again, you can perform your free trial over here and you can learn more about it. So all these are available as a separate module.
That's all for today's session. We will continue further on Elastic Stack in upcoming videos. Please like, comment, share and follow Techo Genius for more videos and updates. Thanks everyone.